Hey there, sewing friends. Welcome back to Nurture Handmade. I hope this finds you well. Hope you're having a cup of tea right now and buckling in for a fun little sewing up a storm session. This is going to be chatty, and I can't wait to share with you some of my makes as well as some of my dreams to make things. And I'd love to hear back from you about what you're into and if you relate to any of the things I've made. So without further ado, grab your cuppa if you'd like, and let's get started. I have been sewing up a storm, and I haven't felt the vibes to get on here and do this until tonight. So here I am. I have a huge list here. So if you see me looking off to the left, that's why. I don't know what got into me, but I have been sewing up a storm. It's been pretty wild. So first off, I will just start with what I have on. I finally made the Jara sweater. It's a palette cleanser. It's a nice, simple, good beginner-friendly one. And I'm happy with the shape of it. And I made it out of this really see-through light sweater material that was gifted to me. I don't even think these are all the things I've made, but I just grabbed as many as I could think. I've been very prolific lately. It's probably why I haven't been doing videos. It seems like you're either doing the videos or you're sewing or you're working or shopping or whatever, hanging out with your sewing friends. And I have chosen not to record the last couple of times that I've been with my friends, just in the moment. So I've been really enjoying that part of life. And I highly recommend that you get into a sewing group if that's your thing or you feel called to it. And you can look at your local fabric stores and just ask around if you don't know anybody, or you could start one yourself. And hit me up if you want some ideas, because I just started one. I guess it's been a year and a half ago. And it's just awesome, and it's my happy place. So it's kind of replaced support groups, all kinds of social interactions, and I just love it. And at the end of the day, not only do you have great friendships, but then you also have your clothes that you've made. The second thing I wanted to share about is the one that I had big FOMO about, which was the Leia top by Tilly and the Buttons. And it's just the cutest little top that I feel like everybody needs in their wardrobe. Very size inclusive patterns, super easy instructions. So I have grouped some of my projects, the ones I did wrangle up, over here by maker, and so designer, I should say. And so here's this is my first Leia, and it's a nice shell. It's got bust darts, and it's got a little keyhole with a button. I chose a little vintage button, and you can see I have little scissors all over this. And I think I got this fabric at Persnickety Fabrics a long time ago. It has a little bit of stretch. I don't think it's in stock anymore. So that's my first Tilly. And then I have my second one, which is the one I really wanted to make, the bow tie side one with the peplum. The same exact pattern, just a different view. And they have a dress in there too. There's a lot you can do with that. I believe there's a shell dress, just a sheath dress, the one that has the ruffle and the bow ties or not. So there's just a lot of options with that one, and I just think this is such a cute outfit. I made the Sophia trousers, which I have in my Make It Simple book, I believe, by Tilly and the Buttons also. It's a great pattern. It's flat front and stretchy back. Who doesn't love that? It works for me. It has some slant pocket, these are inseam pockets. And the reason why I chose these over some of my wider legged patterns, because I really did want to make a pair of wider leg pants, is because I've almost killed myself on my stairs and I'm just running. And have you done that, where your tennis shoe or your shoe has grabbed your wide leg pants? And it's really scared me. I can't afford to not be in commission, so I did not want to make wide leg pants, but they would look really cute, and I could make them shorter, of course. I do know that, but I'm very happy with this. I can even ride my bike in these pants and they don't worry me about getting stuck in the gears or anything. So happy. This is just a nice little rayon. And I got this at Fashion Fabrics Club, I'm pretty sure. I got this in 3 colorways a long time ago, but I do believe they still have it. So there's my Tilly, and the aforementioned pants that almost killed me. My fault, not the pattern's fault. These are a pair of lanes, and I think I need to make them a little bit more cropped so I can feel confident about wearing them. So lane pants by Sid Graham. And I'm going to link all of these patterns in the description box, so don't you worry. And I did a self-drafted top underneath because I couldn't wait for my Tilly pattern to come, my Leia top. So I wanted to mess around with it, and I forgot to double the peplum, so it just looks like a barrel. I was messing around, but you know what? It's a totally wearable top. It's just, you're supposed to time and a half it. So 1 width plus a half, that's how you do a ruffle on a self-drafted. So it matches, it's cute. I definitely wear a blazer or something over it in the fall. I'm blue that day, and in that vein blue, I made a pair of bobs. I kind of got back to my root. I'm pretty sure that bobs are the very first pattern that I made in garments, and I pulled them out. I've been making more berries of Style Arc pants. I should say barrel-legged pants from Style Arc, and I thought I wanted to try these, and I'm really happy I did. They're just so comfortable. I've made berries in all kinds of things, even quilted an old quilt, and they look so cute and they're really cozy. So if you have any hips, these are really easy to pull on, and sometimes if I don't size my berries correctly that day or use the right stretch amount in my fabric, they're hard to pull on over my hips. So the berries are good if you're hippie, and if you're not hippie, sorry, these are bobs. The berries are a little bit slimmer. So just information. Oh, I didn't finish my Tilly and the buttons. Here is another Tilly. I made the Winnies finally. So the Winnie pattern, I'm pleased to say this was the only pattern that I got from Tilly and the Buttons when I was in London at Stitch Festival. I went right up and bought them right from Tilly herself. If I can find a picture, I'll pop it in here. And this was the one I chose just because I have almost every single other one of her patterns. So it's the one I hadn't had. So I finally made them up. I was a little concerned because I have so many barrel patterns already, but they're totally different. I love the options for different stripe directions. And you can see I used a double gauze that has stripes on one side, big stripes on one side, and little stripes on the other side. And this was from my little fabric shop online, and I got this a long time ago, and I did get this in a couple colorways too. And I really wanted to eke out a top, and again, this was a self-drafted thing because I couldn't wait for the Leahs, and I didn't quite have enough for a long top, so I made it ultra cropped, but it works. And these are so high-waisted on me that I can tuck the front in, and it's fun. So I made another little self-drafted tank top. It's not the Leah, but it's close. I guess I'm experimenting with self-drafting, but anyway, you can see I've washed these so they're all cute and crinkly, and it goes really well. I might have a picture of me in this. If I do, I'll pop it in. But I love the pockets on these. The front and back are nice and roomy. As you can see right here, I ran out a little bit of fabric, but I found a piece of quilt cotton and I used that, and also the lining of my pockets is that same quilt cotton. So made it work so I could have a little tank top because I've been really enjoying the co-ordered sets. Hopefully they don't go out of style because I've made quite a few. If they do, I make my own rules. So there's that. And kind of a fun one that I just kind of out of the box made was the Cirrus top by Merchant & Mills. And it has ribbing here on the cuffs, and I could have gone wider with that. I just did a little bit. I just wanted to see what it, and this is a toile, so this is just simply an old, very soft sheet that I had. It's super comfortable, a little bit high-low, as you can see. It's all French seams. It seems like it's pretty simple, but I believe there were 5 or 6 pieces to it, so I was surprised at that. And again, it's a woven with a knit, so that's always fun to experiment with. And I did self-draft a skirt. I had to do it a couple times, but this is just a cute plain skirt. And why did I do that? I wanted it to look like a dress. I kind of like monochromatic dressing. So I just do a little French tuck in the front, and it's very voluminous and cute. So there's that guy. I'm kind of rushing through these, aren't I? And I do know that I've made more things. Oh, here we go. This is the Soho 7 Mississippi dress. I finally got to that. I still need to make the Bridgetown backlist. That's on my list before summer's over. It's just so cute. Bridgetown backlist is one that you can do a knit or woven also, so I'm stoked about that. I have some denim looking cotton knit. It's a little heavier than, I believe it's French terry, and I think I'm gonna make that dress out of that because it's kind of, I love the play on it looking like denim but it being all comfy. So this right here is really cool. This reminds me of like a 40s dress, really simple. It has the shoulder ties, but I just tied these on because I kind of like the idea of taking them off and having a wider strap. The little ties, they just shrink it in right there and gather it. It has a really nice smoothing center front piece that I thought was such a neat design feature. And then it has elastic from the side of the waist here and goes all around the back. I'll pop a picture of me in this one. I do have that, and I did put that on Instagram. If you're not on my Instagram and you're interested, I have more posts on there than I do on YouTube. It's just easier in my day, and that is Nurture. It's Nurture Lifestyle Handmade because Nurture Handmade wasn't available, so it's Nurture Lifestyle Handmade on there. So that guy is cute, and then I have two more. So I made this top to go with the one that I'm just about finished with. It's a work in progress. This is one of my classics. I don't know if you've seen on here before, but I have made 10 or 12 of these. This is Style Arc Sunny Knit Tee. I just needed a nice basic white top to go with my, actually this would go too, with my last but not least one I'm gonna share. And it's a cute slim arm knit, and you can do it in sweater, t-shirt, whatever kind of stretch fabric you want to make. And it has a seam down the back, and then it has this really fun barrel shape in the front. Cocoon shape, sorry, they call it cocoon shape. And I could top stitch this down. I haven't done that yet with my cover stitch machine. As you can see, I did a little bit on my regular machine there, and it got a little wobbly, so I just decided to leave it alone. I may change my mind. But I did this to match what I'm making right now, and hopefully by the end of this video, I will have these on to show you. On my Instagram, I did do my basted video. I just was too excited to wait. But I am doing the waistband right now, as you can see. These are done. They're even hemmed. Barrel-legged Helen's Closet Falconer jeans, my first pair. I am so stoked about these because these actually fit me like a dream right out the box. So I didn't have to do any amendments or anything. So these guys are my belt loops. They are going to be tucked in when I do the second half of the waistband. But the hardest part's over. I did the zipper. This is my 4th pants zipper that I've done, and it's my best one. And I had to put them away one night. I tried to do it after sewing group, and it was just too crazy, too much energy, and I had hit the wall because it was a busy week and then sewing group. So I thought I better not try it. So I'm very thrilled with the zipper. I did make a questionable decision on my zipper, but I did it for the gold. Look how pretty that gold is. Can you see that? Let's see, put the light on it. But it's pretty big, it sticks out, but I'm okay with it, and it's metal. So, and it doesn't have a wrinkle, like 2 of my other pairs had a wrinkle. So I've learned how to set things in there. And I've got all of my top stitching done. All I have to do is the waistband. Here's my pockets, and I'm really happy with my stripes. I really love the idea of how people are inspiring us to do that. So hopefully I inspire you to try it. There's the butt, there's the side with the pockets. You can barely tell are there because I matched the stripes, and then the front. So I've got vertical and horizontal mixed up. And hopefully by the end of this video, before it posts, I will be putting some traipsing around up in here. Sorry about my dog barking. But anyway, that's gonna go with that, and probably I guess with this too, without the blue underneath. So I rushed through those because I have even more stuff to share. My girlfriends and I went to Peggy from Sew House 7's moving sale. How cool is that? She put it out on social media. You might have seen that. And our whole group went with a lot of other people who sew in Portland. And I just love sewing tribe and community. And you basically wait in line, and then the doors opened and we went in. It was just good vibes all around. And she had some of her patterns there. She had some whips of her own, and she had some, I don't know what was wrong with them, but she had them for free, and I got some of her makes, and I'm real happy with them. And then I got some pieces, and I got a big giant piece of wool. Sorry I don't have it, and it's kind of an olive green color. And I love this squishy double gauze, and I think I'm gonna try to make a Sarah K rectangle top because they were talking about how you can use your scraps for that. And this is not that much, but look how soft and squishy that is. I have to use it. But I can see the rectangle right there, and then you just do the rectangle piece over the shoulder, I believe. So I think I have enough to do one of those with that, so wish me luck. The second, well, let me finish that. There's one picture that was taken, and it was by Peggy herself. That's cool. I'll have that forever. And this was the first time I met her in person. We've chatted before because I did that little series on her company a few back where you have part 1 and part 2 of sewing only one designer for a week. And I think I'm going to make that a hashtag. Would you be interested in sewing one designer for a week? The reason why I did it, and maybe this appeals to you, is because as you're going to see at the end of this video, I love acquiring, it's a hobby. I love acquiring patterns that I want to make, but I get sometimes overwhelmed by how many I have acquired. That's not good, but I still get joy from acquiring them, so I'm working that out. But when you just sew one designer and you're just looking at their patterns, it just gives you a little bit of a container and like some direction. It's not overwhelming. And of course you get to explore their language and how they do things, watch their videos, and it was a great experience. And I've got 2 more designers in the queue that I want to do sewing only one designer for a week. So I'm going to shorten it. I believe I was writing some down. The initials for it are not good. It's Sewsir, no. So I thought I'm going to do sew one designer, because I thought sewing only one designer or sewing only one made it sound like it wasn't special, only. But sewing one designer. So I think that's going to be the hashtag. So it's going to be sew one designer. I think final answer. What do you think? If you're interested, just hashtag it. You can give me credit if you want. That always feels good. But yes, I've had a couple of people say things that I've said in their videos. It doesn't bother me, but it's always nice, right? If someone says, hey, I heard this from Natalie, because we're all small channels trying to grow. So I appreciate all the people that are pumping each other up. I love that. And I love pumping people up too. So we got the one picture, and this was the Burnside Bibs biker gang. Just kidding, not a biker gang, but it's all kinds of people. Some of them were from Montevilla Sewing, and just like people who love to sew, and they've made their bibs and we all wore them. So that was fun. So Peggy took that picture. This is a dress I got from Peggy. Peggy's own hands made this, y'all. So I hope she comes out. Peggy, I hope you come out with this pattern. It's super cute. It's got the Sewsir sundress pockets on it, I recognize, but it has elastic down here in the waist. That's not the waist. Oh my gosh. It has elastic in the hem, and it's got a slit. And I just love how it has a little bit of a cocoon to it. And I love the sleeve length. There's pleats right here, 40 style. Of course, it has, I think it's 3 channels with elastic in there at the waist. And it's got a square boat neck back shoulder and a deep plunging V in the front. So cool. Peggy, you are so cool. We love you. Our group loves you. We were all fangirling, but I think we played it pretty cool. You're very down to earth and easy to chat with, so thank you for that. And so I'm making the falconers, about to be done. What else? This is very chatty, I know. I did hit the thrift store today because I hit the thrift store a few days ago and I saw a sewing machine there for $39, and it was in the box with all of the manuals and all of the bells and whistles. And it's a basic starter machine, but I have students and also my Sewsters come in here. And one of my friends that comes to group, Carla, hey Carla, she has something going on where she can't lift right now. So we've been going out to her car and lifting her machines and helping her bring them in. And I have a shoulder issue, so that we're just kind of a mess. But I thought, gosh, if I can supply them one by one. So I went back, I took a chance and I went back and got it because I was thinking about it so much. So I picked up the sewing machine, I brought it, I've got it set up over there. But also, meantime, I found 3 other pieces of fabric that are sweater material. So obviously someone donated their stash. Let me grab it. These are the 3 sweater materials that I picked up, and I haven't measured yardage, but they were all $5. That's 7 pounds over in Europe or England. But so there's this guy, and I think these would make a really cute pair of pants. They've got the blues and the hot pink, and I think it's a black background. And then this is just a nice acrylic, basic, good for twirling. I think I might make more of these sweaters with it, or maybe I'll do even a toaster sweater if I can handle this kind of stuff up around my neck. We'll see. But this is really cute. It's got kind of a crocheted look to it. It's very sweet. It's kind of see-through, so you definitely want to wear something under it. So that's yardage. And then I had hoped this was merino wool. It has a wool feeling to it, and I like to make long johns if you've been following along. And yes, I call them long johns. That's just how I grew up. Longies, actually we called them longies. And not to be Dolly Parton about it, but this is true. We sometimes didn't have heat, and so we'd wear longies to bed. And so don't be sad, because I came out of it just fine. And so did my siblings. So anyway, there's that. And this is several yards. I did the burn test, and sadly it melted. It didn't burn. Well, it's not wool, but I think it's still going to be cool. I probably won't make long johns because I don't want to have acrylic next to my skin, but I might make a cute sweater dress or something. So there's that. That was the thrift store. I also want to thank our newest addition to the sewing group, which is Annie. Thank you, Annie. And she gave me this wonderful silky rayon the other day. I'm forgetting where you said you got it, but anyway, thank you. Black and white, gonna be so cute. I'm definitely gonna make a dress or something out of that at some point. Oh my gosh, I'm getting through all of these things. So I have a huge pattern haul again, and I will say that the top one that moved to the top of all, because it's still summer here, is the Coastal Bottoms by Lauri PR. I think those are the cutest things. Oh my gosh. So I'll pop a picture up of her pants, but that came today. I had it printed today, and it came from Bolt today. That's where I get my patterns for $2.75. That's the printing cost, sorry, per page, I should clarify. And that's Bolt up on Alberta Avenue in Portland, Oregon. So I'm just gonna say the patterns that I got that I wrote down. I don't have all of them written down, but I got the Lauri PR Coastal Bottoms. I have a Charlie Darwin haul that I've already shot a while back because that came a few days ago, and that one I'm gonna definitely do a week on that. That's a woman who's really interesting, and she's got such cool, unique vibes, and it's all about natural dyes, natural fabrics. I definitely have a side of me that wants to get more into that. Sustainable, all the good things. So you're not using poisonous dyes against your skin, that kind of thing. So I do have a side of me that wants to do that. I just have to get disciplined enough to do it. And you just have to do it, I think. But I'm going to be non-perfectionistic about it, and I'll do it little by little for a while and see how it goes. And then I went into Helen's Closet and of course jumped right into the Falconers because of course I've had FOMO on those for quite some time. I picked up the York Pinafore, Ruby overalls, Falconer pants, Spindrift jacket, and the Pona jacket. I plan to make Spindrift, which is unisex, a couple different ways, but for my fellas, I think I'd like to make those. And then Pona jacket, I definitely want to make for me. I want to make the short crop version. It's so cool. And so I don't remember what else I got in there, but so in addition to my Bolt, I did go to Josephine's with the girls, and we had a wonderful day there a couple weeks ago. You can hear how busy I've been. No wonder I haven't done a video for a couple weeks. And I picked up, firstly, this nice t-shirt material that's super smush. It's Art Gallery, so if you know Art Gallery, you know I did good. And lots of opportunities for playing with the stripes, and I got a fair amount, so I plan to make a couple of, at least one neat t-shirt. So there's that. And then I went back because it was on my mind, and Annie had bought the same sweater material, and I've looked at this 6 times. This was a splurge, but look at all the different, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but there's so much artwork on this sweater material, and it's wonderful, and I've already washed it. It's got leopard, it has diagonals, it has plaid, it has baroque, it has floral, beautiful colors, just great shapes, just interesting. It's got houndstooth even, I'm seeing. Lace looking stuff, circles, artsy. So this is gonna be a cute sweater for winter. And sometimes when I have something really busy, I like to make a simple shape. So when I was making this up, I thought I might make it into one of these just to show off the fabric more than anything. Or I could do a toaster sweater or Cosmos sweatshirt pattern for this, because I think that would also show it off really well. And I love, that's Sewhouse 7 Cosmos. So hopefully I can hashtag all of these or put these in the description box. If I miss any, please forgive me. But yes, so I am really thrilled that I picked this up. It's so cool. Yes, my little fabric friends. All right. Few more things. I wanted to share that I went into Silly Daisy here in Portland. I live in the Selwood, Westmoreland area, and there's a great shop. There's a couple of really great shops with handmade things, and one of them is called Plural, and that's on 13th Avenue, and one of them is called Silly Daisy, which is one that I love, and partly because I just adore Poom. She's definitely going to be a person I interview as a sewist. She's so interesting and her shop is just glorious, and her prices are so good for what she sells. And she says things like, I want to mark the prices on my items here with prices that I would pay. So she's reasonable. It's expensive to run a business these days, but she's kept them pretty good. For example, I got my Matchy Sewing Club labels from her the other day, and they're so cute. I got the hearts with the stripes, and these are $9, and I think I got 8 labels. That's pretty good. And then I did get this cute, I could not help it. Look at this cute little blue jay patch. He's so darling and cute, and she has a ton of stickers. She has everything from Pacific Northwest made candles to fabrics in the back and kid things that are so cute and colorful, and lots of wonderful clothes, both handmade and boutique style. And it's all stuff that I want to make, so it's so hard for me to buy stuff like that that's from a store because I'm making so many things, so I can't justify it. But I can buy other things, kitchen stuff, her cute artwork that's in there, all kinds of things. And I did get to teach a class upstairs one time. We made a cute tank top. So I decided to end this on the Bolt Fabric Boutique pattern haul, since I did pull out the invoices, so now I know what I did pick up. I finally got the Friday Pattern Company Elysian bodysuit, and that's a hard copy paper copy. And I think this is the last Sewhouse 7 pattern that I did not have, and she didn't have it at her sale, or I would have bought it there in my size, I should say. And I got the Romy. I got the Romy top. It's in here. Look how cute they wrap it. Let's just get into it. There's my Friday Pattern Company Elysian. It has this cute little feature here in the front. Looks kind of like you could color block with that or tone on tone, but that's adorable. But here's what I really wanted, was the Romy dress. Feather in my cap. Can't wait to make it. Just a nice romantic dress and blouse. So I was between that and the Florence, and I wanted to have the full collection of Sewhouse 7. So there, now I have it. And then these are PDFs. I'm not going to undo those, but I did get one piece of fabric, and it was on sale, and it's green velour. Oh, it's so cheerful, like Kelly green velour. So soft and smushy. I've seen this at their shop before, and not cute. I have wanted it, so I was able to get that on super sale. And I've got my invoices. I'll just tell you what my other patterns were. I have the coastal shorts, coastal pants. Those are Lauri PR. The shorts are really cute too. And then these are PDFs that I just had in my stash for a really long time, and I never printed them yet, and I finally did. And the reason why I did it was to justify the shipping, because these are 2 separate orders, believe it or not. And I made the canyon dress already, and I'm organized. I cannot find that pattern for nothing, and I want to make it before summer's over. I want to make the short sleeve version in a cotton that fits me a little bit better than my first one, because I used a stretch material. I broke the rules, so I want to follow the rules. And I reprinted the canyon dress, and then I got the Be Mine top and the Grab a Cup of Cardi. Both of those are from, I believe it's, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to pop it up here because I've already forgotten who those are by, and I didn't open them yet. So is that it? I know there's still one more thing. It's rumbling around in there. It was there for a second, now it's gone. So many things I just blasted through. I love our community. I'm so grateful, and this is just one more way to connect. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for joining along, and thank you for all the new people that have come along and joined. I really appreciate you. And I love to watch your videos too, all the people who have them, and I love to read your comments and all of that good stuff. So thank you, be well, happy sewing, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.